Hello, 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 folks. 'Tis I, back at it again with my shenanigans. In this video, I would like to talk about watches. Yes, those nice little clocks that just strap to your wrist. When I was younger, I always had a weird look for them. Whenever I get the chance in any store, I would run up and just run up to the watches and look at them. And whenever I found one that I liked, I would beg my parents, one of them, to get me one of them. In fact, on my 17th birthday, the gift that I wanted was a pocket watch. A pocket watch. It's nice. It's accurate. It's got battery charged. It's spring wound. And I use it when my phone's on the charger. Because I'm one of those weirdos who wants to incessantly know what every minute passes by is like. But today I would like to go a little bit further and talk about the differences, the pros, the cons, the compares, and the contrasts of both wrists and pocket watches, see which would be the quote unquote better. Now that my little bit of history is over, I think I won't delay now and get to the main point. And no better way to start than the well-known wristwatch. Doesn't really need much of an introduction. It's worn everywhere. Worn by people who can afford them and are available. Just, just strap it on and look at the time. Strap it on, look at the time. As when timekeeping pieces became more accurate and advanced, and yeah, it became more accurate and mobile, besides the towers of ye old times. People people thought, let's just strap it on our wrist. And famously, it was also used during World War One and Two to help soldiers sync up their actions, helping bombers drop bombs or detonators detonate their explosives at the right time. And now it's also used by everyone else. Or you're just someone like me who intentionally looks at every second and minute that passes because you're that weirdo who's scared of what time is like without knowing what it is. Yep. And it was one of the more valuable things to have until phones came along. Now let's get to the pocket watch. Yep. Good old pocket watches. Good old pocket watch. One was one of the first mobile timekeeping pieces there to ever exist, and it's still being used today. Hell, again, I have one. I have one. What? Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes, these are cool, and they are again accurate. You do not see very much of them, besides people who just have the interest in them. Ever since with smart watches and phones just being, a thing, usually being a little more accurate and usually aren't a product of the error of the person. The error of the person. Some would argue that the only thing that the pocket watch has going for it is the novelty of it. It's a classic piece of it's a classic piece of history. It keeps time, and it's a nice trinket to have. But to them, I say no. No, in fact, I believe that we should get rid of all forms of wristwatches and only keep pocket watches because I believe in pocket watch superiority. Yes, I can see it now. I can see it now. People destroying these flimsy little things that they have strapped to their wrists. I'm fairly certain the batteries of this is dead. They don't even need batteries for this because this is all just wind up and whatnot. It's clockwork, man. It's clockwork. Clockwork. It's a clock. It should work like a clock. It's a, and better yet, why would you need a clock on your phone? I guess you constantly look at your phone, but I'll figure out a way that that's bad. I will figure out some argument. I don't care if it's bullshit. I will have my clock, my pocket watch dynasty. I will advocate for the Pocket Watch dynasty. I can see it now as clear as day. The Pocket Wing dynasty. I don't care that makes doesn't make sense. It will make sense. God damn it! Yes, yes. Join me, my Pocket Watch brothers and sisters. We shall have such glorious dynasties about. It will rise, rise. It shall come forth in a glorious blaze of fire and cogs. Come on, don't deny that you want this as well. Everyone wants it. And the people who say they don't want it, they're just lying. And then people who say they don't want it are just lying to themselves. Or I'll or I'll just hypnotize them with the pocket watch, because that's also a thing I can do. I don't care if it's so weird, whatever, I will make it happen. It's I shall make sure that the dynasty shall rise. It will rise and conquer all. It will conquer all because I don't care what other people think. I want them to think the exact same thing as me. I don't, I want them to think the exact one. The Watch One Dynasty.
What the hell are you doing now?
You stop me.